talk about movies getting made into video games, a lot of examples come up, which is bad, but there's a few that is good. People talk about the Wolverine or the Incredible Hulk. They say those are some of the best examples of what a video game could be like that is based on a movie franchise. What is up, guys? My name is Lazersamuraigg GG, and today I'm asking, why don't we talk about the Amazing Spider-Man? The Amazing Spider-Man was made by Beenox Studios. Now, Beenox Studios, they were known for making Spider-Man The Shattered Dimension, Spider-Man Age of Time, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, before they went on to make Skylanders, and now they're doing Call of Duty. So The Amazing Spider-Man starts with Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy sneaking into the Oscorp building to make sure that Oscorp Industries aren't continuing with Connor's experiments. Now, we find out that some of these cross species are very dangerous, but then they start freaking out because of your special spider mutation. All hell breaks loose, Gwen Stacy gets infected, and we get introduced to the fighting system. The fighting system integrates a lot of the Batman Arkham series. You have one button that's attack, and when your spider sense shows up, you have one button to dodge that. But because you're Spider-Man, you also got some webs and high jump attacks. The fighting system is fun and simple, and it never outstays its welcome, because you will get other enemies that'll make you change your strategy on the fly. So Gwen Stacy stays at Oscorp while you go and break out Dr. Kurt Connors from the mental asylum. But before you do that, you get your first taste of the open world. The swinging system in this game is not trash. It takes a little bit of getting used to, and when you collect your comic book articles, it does slow you down a little bit. But once you get the hang of it, it's a really fun experience. Now, we rescue Kurt Connors from the mental asylum, but accidentally release a bunch of inmates, including the Black Cat. Now you take Connors to your apartment. This will serve as your hub, where you can change your costume, redo missions. It's actually a pretty cool place. As you're helping Connors work on a cure, in the open world you can do a few side quests. They range from defeating a few thugs, rescuing a civilian, a car chase, and now and then a mini boss fight, like the Rhino. The side quests do feel a little bit like busy work, and the world doesn't seem too alive. But you're Spider-Man, you're swinging most of the time. Does it really matter? You fight Vermin, take a sample of his blood, and Connors creates an antidote. You try to give it to Gwen, but Smythe grabs it from her, using it first, and then we find out that this antidote isn't 100% just yet. So Gwen is pretty mad at us for taking the lizard side. You know, the monster that killed her father. So now we gotta get out of there, because Oscorp is hitting lockdown. On our way out of Oscorp, we have to fight the Scorpion, and as soon as we defeat him, we have to fight a giant robotic snake, totally wrecking our shit. Battered and bruised, we make it to our apartment. Barely. There we thought Connors did us in, but actually he just made a mistake. While we were passed out from sheer exhaustion, he figured it out. Our blood is the answer. Now with Antidote V2, we go back to Oscorp to try to save Gwen and all the other scientists. Fighting our way down into the basement, we see Gwen's lifeless body, thinking she's dead. So we give her the antidote and give a heartfelt speech.
Gwen? Gwen? No. No, you can't do this. I saved you. I did everything I could to save you. You've got to hold on for me. Gwen! Gwen, you gotta fight for me! You gotta fight! Gwen! You know that you were the one. When I first saw you in science class, I just wanted to be with you. Even when I promised I wouldn't, I just wanted to love you. I'm lost without you, Gwen.
Peter, that is the cheesiest speech I've ever heard.
Gwen! You're
alive and feeling a lot better. The antidote worked.
But man, she is a ice queen. After all the scientists were saved, you can now go back and explore the open world, do a few side quests, fight the Scorpion, and then, being a normal superhero again, you have to stop a bank robbery done by Black Cat. Yep, the one you let out by mistake earlier in the game. Hijinks ensues, you do a little bit of stealth, go after the Black Cat, fight to defeat her, then just when you get back to your apartment, you see it trashed. Oh no, it's Smythe. He knows you're Peter Parker and he kidnapped Dr. Connors. But Smythe set a trap for you. It was never about Connors, it was always about you. Now that he had you captured, he injects you with his nanobots, taking away all your spider powers. Now powerless, you see Smythe was building an even bigger robot to take down all the cross species. Barely making it out, you escape to the sewers where you meet Gwen at Dr. Connors' old lab facility. And now with Spider-Man out of action, Dr. Connors thinks the only way to beat Smythe is if he turns back into the Lizard, but Gwen Stacy is not happy about that. Powers a hero does not make. So Spider-Man, with a little bit of help from the city, goes and helps Dr. Connors. Then he finds out that a little bit of an electric shock will destroy the nanos and give him his power back. Now back and better than ever, you and the Lizard team up to take down Smythe. But as soon as you do, the Lizard cannot control himself anymore, and he escapes to the sewers. But, oops! Gwen is also in the sewers, so you rush down to save her, where you and Gwen team up and your final battle with the Lizard begins. After a 1-2 buckle my shoe, you give Connors the antidote. He goes back to the asylum, Smythe kills himself.
I am in control. In control. I am one of them. I will never be one of them. Species detected.
And you and Gwen go Netflix and chill. The story is not too bad. The combat is not too bad. Overall, the game is not too bad. Is it the best Spider-Man game ever? Definitely not. The one on PS4 takes it. But all that I'm saying is, maybe next time when you talk about movies that got turned into games, add that one to your conversation. Add The Amazing Spider-Man. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video and you'd like to see some more, hit the like button. And if you're a newcomer, please subscribe. You'll be helping out the channel in a big way. Keep it GG guys. Keep it GG.